Okay, what's up everybody? I'm here to talk about the Sigma 70-200 lens, and this is my favorite lens to shoot with. But I don't shoot with this lens at all. You know, I wish I could, but I don't, and this is why. Okay, so this is the Sigma 70-200 f2.8 lens, and the reason why I don't shoot with this lens, basically not at all, is because it is on the DX camera. This is my Nikon D7000. It is a DX camera and it has a crop factor of 1.5. So basically that makes this lens, the 70-200, into a 105-300 lens. And the way I shoot, I mean, this lens, that makes it too long of a lens for me to shoot with. I shoot a lot of portraits, and when I use this lens, I find myself hanging out around the 120 millimeter area, right around there, the 120, between the 100 and 150, let's say. And I'm never on the long end at the 200, which theoretically is a 300 millimeter lens with the crop factor. So I don't shoot with this lens at all. And since this lens does not have the optical stabilization on the Sigma, that's OS, you need a high shutter speed. You need a high shutter speed to counterbalance that camera shake you're gonna have. So, and I normally don't shoot with high shutter speed. So therefore, I never use this lens. So the lens that I wanna get is the Sigma 50-150 f2.8 on a DX camera. Now that lens will be perfect for me shooting with the crop factor of 1.5. You know, that lens will be 75-225. So 75-225 is perfect for me. That is basically equivalent to the 70-200 on the full frame cameras. So that's the lens that I want to get and shoot with. I don't own it now, but I am in the market for that lens. So that's what I'm basically getting at with you with this particular video. If you have the 70-200 on a full frame camera, you're fine. If you have the 70-200 on a DX camera, or you're in the market for the 70-200 on a DX camera, you might want to reconsider or consider the fact that it's going to be a long lens when you put it on your camera because of the crop factor, and it's probably good for, you know, shooting wildlife, street photography. When I do shoot street photography, I will bring out this lens, but I don't do that often. So therefore, really keep in mind of what you like to shoot before you go ahead and purchase this lens. And if you purchase this lens, I highly recommend getting the OS version because the OS version is $1,250, and this is without the OS, and it's $799, so $800. But you really have to have high shutter speed. So for instance, if you're shooting out at 200 millimeters, they always say, you know, you want your shutter speed to match the millimeter equivalent. So you should have at least a 200 shutter speed, right? But I like to add the crop factor to that as well. So therefore, if you're shooting at 200, it's kind of like a 300 millimeter lens. Therefore, you want a 300 millimeter, therefore you want a 300 shutter speed. Can't speak today. You want a shutter speed of at least 300 or more, okay? And even with that, I don't even like the 300. I would probably be somewhere around 450, 500. Okay, so if you have a DX camera, go ahead and look at a lens that's possibly not as long as a 200, because I really think that's a long lens to shoot with a DX camera. So I'm in the market for that Sigma 50-150. That lens is $950 new, and that's the market I'm in for. Now this lens is, like I said, the 70-200 is $800. And with the OS is $1,250. Okay, so that's my tip. Thanks for watching this video. EMIP out. This lens does not have the OS version, which is the optical stabilization. Yeah, so this lens does not have the optical. Oh my God. Hey, thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you want more. Why? Because EMIP is in the building. Recognize.